Hello, and welcome to This Old Yoda. Today, I've got my Land Cruiser 200 series. One of my favorite old Yodas, if not my favorite old Yoda of all time. However, it had one annoying problem. I call it floppy mirror syndrome. What do I mean by floppy mirror syndrome? Both side view mirrors, when you drive down the road, would move and they'd flap a little bit. And what do I mean by that? You're driving down the road, you put your blinker on to shift into the left lane, you glance over, you see a car, but then it looks like the car moves a little bit. When I say move, the mirror just kind of shifts and goes back. And it's something that I thought first when I drove the car, what, am I going crazy here? And it didn't seem to happen when I first got the car, but a couple days after owning it, it was like, I just can't take this. So started doing some research and found other videos for other Toyotas and Lexus vehicles, pulling that plastic piece off and taking the 3 screws out, then another 3 screws and so on and so forth. But I really couldn't find anything specific to the Land Cruiser video. So that's why I'm standing here holding my, I guess, brand new little T25 socket head wrench or socket head that fits on my socket wrench, and we'll talk about what I did to fix my Land Cruiser floppy mirror syndrome. And it really was just a little bit of a wiggle, a wobble at speed, highway speeds, slow speeds, hit a bump, it kind of shifts a little bit. Really easy fix. I think I'm right at 1 hour and 45 minutes, including setup and cleanup and all of that. And I want to walk you through the fix here. So the first thing you're going to need to do is go to the underside of the mirror and check out where there's a little black plastic cutout. It's kind of not a square, but it takes the contour of the underside of the mirror. On the bottom side of that, you're going to see a little hole. What you're going to want to do is use a little Allen key or a little screwdriver or something you can stick in that hole. You're going to want to put a piece of fabric down, a cloth or something. You're going to use that little Allen key and pop off the plastic. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Let's face it, old plastic, old cars, something's going to break. It's okay. You're not going to break the mirror. Maybe you break a tab or two off the inside of that. I know I did when I was taking it off, especially on the driver's side. It was much worse than the passenger side for some reason. And once I got it off, I broke a couple pieces, but I was able to get it back in there. The thing you're going to want to do next is take your T25 Torx wrench and push it into the socket and figure out if there's 1 or 2 or 3 loose, and maybe you tighten it, loosen it. I started tightening them, and on the passenger side, there's 3 screws in there. All 3 were loose. So you want to go ahead and I took 2 screws out on the passenger side at the first time and realized that I could just throw some blue Loctite right on the tip of that screw, screwed the 2 back in, but the mirror was still wiggly. So I looked, and there's a little black ribbon that's the power source to the mirror, the motorized mirror and heated mirror. And what you do there is you just pull the ribbon out the way and use the socket and go ahead in there and you can pull that screw right out. Little Loctite on that one, and you can screw that one in. For me, that was the biggest one on the driver's side. I really didn't even need to tighten or back out the other 2. I just went to the driver's side, gave a little kind of half turn, maybe maybe a full rotation at most to that upper inside screw on the driver's side. I didn't get that on video. I just videoed the passenger side, but I got that inside most screw, and it just tightened it a couple turns, and that really tightened the driver's side up. So for me, the passenger side was much worse. I felt the need to put blue Loctite on all 3 of those screws, but it was an easy fix. Each side was, half hour, 45 minutes. The driver's side took me a little bit longer. And truth be told, I took the passenger side off a couple weeks ago to see if I could get something in there to work on it. I saw that it was a T25. I had the bit at home, but I did not have anything that would fit on top of on the socket. The reason I needed this is because the screwdriver would not fit without hitting the metal, even with a piece of fabric there. So I went out and I found the right tool for the job, made it so easy it wasn't even worth stressing about. Backed it right out, all 3 screws. Total of 6 screws, a little blue Loctite, called it a day. Good as new, don't have to worry about it. Now what I can tell you is when you put this black plastic piece in there, it will not be your friend under any circumstances. So be nice to it, be friendly with it, be patient with it. But if you happen to break a plastic piece, it may break going in. I'm not going to tell you that, mine didn't go in perfectly, but I can tell you that it's in there. It doesn't have any slop. It doesn't move. It's probably, if a Toyota engineer came out and touched it, they'd probably tell you that is not perfect. You broke a plastic clip. But for me, for the wear and tear and the bashing this vehicle I expect to have and the fun I expect to have with this vehicle, that will be the least of my worries, I promise you. If anything, it makes it easier to fix going forward. So I personally think you can fix this if you have this problem. Let's face it, these cars are old. This is a 13-year-old car with 180,000 miles. Yeah, it's something that I overlooked when I bought the car, but it's not something that was a deal breaker, nor would it ever have been a deal breaker to own the car. So if you happen to find a Land Cruiser 200 series and it's got wiggly mirrors, it's honestly a 2-hour fix, and you can fix it in the driveway. Maybe you want to use that as a bargaining chip for knocking the price down. Maybe you tell them you got to replace the mirrors and you haven't seen this video. But it's something you can fix. It's something you can do in the driveway. You don't have to be overly talented technical wise. It takes 2 or 3 screws, 2 or 3 tools to do total. 3 screws per mirror, maybe 1 screw per mirror in this driver's side. A little tiny flathead, a little Allen key for leverage to pop off that plastic, and patience. Patience and more patience, and you can get it done yourself. So thanks for tuning in to This Old Yoda build series, fix series, Land Cruiser 200. We've got some more coming. Not too much more to fix. I'm probably going to shine up my license plate. Again, chrome must go. Rule number 1 on any car, chrome must go. So we'll deal with that at a later point in time. But I've got some more fun coming soon. Have a great, wonderful, adventurous day. Go out and see something cool. Go out and do something cool. Go out and rev your engine a little bit when someone else is talking about doing something they love cool, because that's cool too. Why not? So have a wonderful day. I hope you are finding adventures, finding fun, enjoying your sports car life, adventure car life, off-road life. Just enjoy your life. That's what it's here for. Talk to you soon. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the video. Check us out on Instagram, all the social medias at This Old Yoda. We're posting daily. We're talking daily. We're here to interact with you and help bring you some old Toyota experiences. More coming soon. I don't just own one old Yoda. There's a couple more to talk about. We'll see you soon, friends. Have a wonderful, adventurous day.